morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. Last time on Rambling with Rusty, we were in the middle of an investigation into the disappearance of some people in the region of Drybones on behalf of the Scions of I almost said the Scions of Magic, but it's the Scions of Light. Scions of Magic is a book I read a while back that I was just thinking about. Anyways, we're going to get back into doing that and see where this leads us. So, without further ado, here we go. I am well glad I reserved that inn room from Sister O'Cern. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amaja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Okay, so southeast is out this door, I believe. Ah, there you are, Rusty. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister O'Cern. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister O'Cern near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amaja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Rusty. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Well, sure. Send the new guy in. Looks like we want to be in here. Sure what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm actually supposed to be making my way back out right now. I came in over this way, so I guess I'll head back out this way. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Yes, this thing did. This leaflet. See the wealth of it all to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Neanderthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe that one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orser makes of it. Wrong bill. My Savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Well, that makes sense, I guess. The plot thickens, Rusty. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony is there somewhere. There is no doubt an irony is there somewhere? Okay. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Rusty. I shall keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. Let's see. Wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victims. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Rusty and me serve like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Dare I hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Rusty. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch a wind and approach us. Okay. How do I... PC plus... hands. His legs, do we have? Preach the teaching of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honor of the honey of her wisdom? Keeper of the sun goddess of inquiry, all is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind? Out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone. Let's see, it says, I think there should be somebody up here. Apparently not. And what about... And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say. Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Greetings, good sir. Is aught there I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out by the pond north of Sandgate. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Rusty. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hopeless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come after, and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Of course. Fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Rusty, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for the quarry to appear. Ah, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order of Nadthal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On the account that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer. Don't hurt me, I was only doing it to protect my people. Really? I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalj raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. A few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amilja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule of crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and gave them over to the Amajal. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? The was good. What did you say? The money, of course. The coin was good. I said I could smell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amaja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world is in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Rusty, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia. Would you? Sure. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay, Minfilia with the waking scenes. So, as I remember, I need to actually, go to another section for that. Okay, I believe that one. No. That one. Welcome back, Rusty. I'm pleased that you and Tancred have been getting along. So you've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Tancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken. None but the Homage know the answer. Suffice to say, they will not willingly part with the information. I fear blood will be spilled. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment. Knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. And so it would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process For the purpose, so she'll lend you a blade, take it to Mutamix, and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at the camp in Central Thanon, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. There is no crystal, of course. So the only option is to run back through. Not that having a crystal there would have helped, come to think of it. But, you know, I really don't want to spend the gil to teleport constantly. Spineless basin. Royal something or other. Clutch. Black brush. Oh, there it is, the bonfire. Seems to be a way through there. Okay, that is apparently the smoke I was supposed to be looking at. Crush. Who is entering Olympics? Lady Tool drinks in airy self. And full of airy self, Lady Tool changes to shiny material. If materia join with Lady Tool. Big yes. Power of Unmix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Nymphilia. Yes, some flaps reach ears of Mimics with yes. Nymphilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighting Tool to Mimics. Yes. Eating tool eyes of Uplander point at Freddy Tool. Yes. Materia joins Freddy Tool. Freddy Tool gains the power of Materia. Freddy Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Freddy Tool. Materia, strictly speaking, is kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing it. Not just any old equipment will serve, Mike. You must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its own spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Muse turned that dagger of yours from somewhat, as was struggle to cut steak, into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. An Uplander best fill brain case with knowledge by craftsmanship. With knowledge of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants to brain case to rattle with knowledge of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with Marnie ones of mediums. We'll come back. Now we gotta run back across the zone. This way. Dungeon in there or something. Okay. Welcome back, Rusty. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such an effort are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, so make it your ally. Now it's time to discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Achievement unlocked, Storyteller 3. Well, I'm here, I might as well pick it up. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Rusty. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you've made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Let's see. I don't want to run that far. You're Rusty Elm of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Apparently this guy over here isn't that strong. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalj and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men are aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amajal plot if the mission succeeds. Let's make sure it does. Oh, this big-ass dude can't lift that crate. What the heck did they put in it? Okay, the Invisible City. As I recall, I've been through there. Ah, it's up there. North of town, okay. Level sync is in effect. Lord of the Inferno, you are above the maximum allowed level. It will be synced as follows. Level 24. Yeah, I knew it was that guy. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Go, go, go. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Ah, it's a trap. Hee hee hee. Ungus. Of course he set us up. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, every moment was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Is he gonna let me fight? I'm gonna have to chase these two down. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. I get to get kidnapped. Good. Always a wonderful thing. Bring him. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. Well, let's see. No idea where we are. Yeah. Looks like we're in a hole. Okay. Well. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. The Bowl of Embers, now accessible. Aha. Well, I think we're going to call this an episode, and we'll save the next part for next time. Until then, I'm Rambling Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.